Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your boy. Hitman. Hit KLH man's in the building, baby. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I am your host, Hitman. What's up, y'all? It's hashtag Hang Strong. Team KLH, baby. We're here for the Week 11 recap of the Fantasy Football League. I got to give you guys what you want. I got to give you guys what you need. And it's just the progression of fantasy football in its entirety. Especially, with my draft strategy. You're going to get it here from me and only by me. So, let's see how we did in week 11 of the NFL world, of the NFL fantasy world, and see how we did. Well, here we got the dub, 277 to 247. Let's go through it. See what we got and didn't get. Miles Sanders has been having a pedestrian few weeks. Now, I think, honestly, this might be, I want to say my worst. I think I want to say this could be my worst team. Oh, we got Kyle Pitts on IR. I don't know, man. I think he might be done for the season. We got the win, 27-24 versus Chicago. But looking at this team here, I really do think this possibly could be my worst team. I don't know yet. I don't know. But we won. We're number 3. We're 7-4, 5-game win streak. Let me see what else. Let's go over my initial draft strategy, right? Again, because, you're going to have to go to week 1 to kind of figure that out. So let's do that real quick. I think this is a good representation of it. All right. So obviously we had the top pick. Feel sorry for those who got Jonathan Taylor. And then anyways, at the third pick, snake draft means you go third and you gotta wait and come all the way back and then go back to back, right? So draft strategy, this is kind of, to me, the safest. Not really, I don't want to say safest, but this is really good. This strategy is really good. It's doing amazing for me in my leagues. You just got to be careful if you're in a 10 team and an 11 12 team. It's a little bit harder because 12 teams, there's more people picking before you get to go. So the strategy, without a further ado, of what I went with, it's not best available. It's not this. It's not that. It's first pick, you get your bell cow running back. And as the way it stands right now, just for this year to 12 weeks, you got to get a bell cow running back. So a bell cow running back will look like a guy that's like Christian McCaffrey. We want to say Jonathan Taylor, but he's not a one. Well, Derrick Henry. So let's say you got Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey. Well, yeah, let's go there. Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is one. Let me see. Aaron Jones is not a bell cow to me. Neither is Josh Jacobs. Saquon Barkley is a bell cow, and he fell all the way to the fourth. So you want to get you a bell cow running back. First pick off rip. Bell cow running back. Now, if you're in the later rounds and, for instance, there isn't a it's gonna be kind of hard because you can try Najee Harris, you could try all Alvin Kamara, you could try those guys. They're bell cow backs at the end of the day, but they're not the top bell cow backs. So you kind of got to go with what you have that's available at the end of the day and choose from there. You don't want to be going after DeAndre Swift and thinking he's a bell cow back. You know what I'm saying? People like that. You don't want to go after J.K. Dobbins, Leonard Fournette, James Conner, Cam Akers, David Montgomery. Like those guys, no. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want that. You want a high end running back that's going to put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Like so your first 10 picks to 12 picks, you should be able to land one of those good high profile running backs. Okay, and then with the second pick, you just want to go quarterback as I did. You know, I wanted Josh Allen, but or Patrick Mahomes, and then, they didn't happen. It didn't happen that way. So I got Justin Herbert. You want to get one of the high profile running back quarterbacks right off bat. And then after you get that running back and after you get that quarterback, you get the best high-profile receivers on the planet. So for instance, I got Davante Adams. Now, there's really nothing else after Davante Adams that I could have gotten because it got snatched up. So after Terry McLaurin, the receivers, you want to go receiver. Because when you get those three high-profile receivers that are like number one target shares, number one receivers on the depth chart, they're going to get all the targets. They have a pretty decent quarterback. If you could try to snipe your quarterbacks, like let's say if you got Josh Allen, you want to try to go after his receiver, which is Stephon Diggs. So for instance, if Josh Allen fell to me, get Stephon Diggs. But I went Justin Herbert. I missed on getting Keenan Allen, right? And I ended up getting Mike Evans. Luckily this year, that would pan out because Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans all day. So you want to get three straight receivers to help you. It depends on the league format and how it is. So first round, get you the running back. Second round, get you the quarterback. Third, fourth, fifth round, receiver, or a receiving person. If you can get Kelsey with Davante Adams, get Kelsey. If you can get Davante Adams and Kelsey, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. Get him because you know why. So Travis Kelsey obviously went in the second turn and Kyle Pitts went in the third. So, Mark Andrews went in the second. The receiving tight end kind of went away really, really quickly. I mean, there is a Darren Waller, George Kittle. Look how they're doing. So, that's why you kind of go receiver. And that's exactly what I did. Now, with the 6th pick, you can go tight end. I obviously went TJ Hawkinson. Or you can go with another receiver. You can go with another running back. So you see the people that's been passed up. You don't want DJ Moore. Good thing we didn't get DJ Moore. So we missed on Elijah Mitchell, Jerry Jeudy. We got Miles Sanders. We missed on Breece Hall. So we could have went Breece and Miles. Um, we could have went Mike Williams. Would have been pretty, good. Because, like, we could have went Amari Cooper. But as you can see, we kind of needed that. You want the running back depth just for injuries. I don't like the RB running back depth strategy because those guys tend to get nicked a lot more. Like, if you go running back, running back, running back, running back, right, and then you want to go, like, look at the receiver core you're going to have after going 3 running backs. And then you're trying to get high profile running backs where when they get nicked, like, it's going to fuck your season up. Like, it's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's going to really hurt. So I don't like those strategies. So you get a bell cow running back, you go with your quarterback. If you get Patrick Mahomes, great. If you can get Josh Allen, great. Or the next best thing, Justin Herbert, great. Get him. Devontae Adams, Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans. Those are 3 number 1 receivers. Could have went Jalen Waddle, but Terry McLaurin, like, you Scary Terry, you getting Scary Terry, man. So they're paired up. TJ Hockenson is an elite tight end, Then you get Miles Sanders, and I got Michael Thomas, Allen Robinson, which those 2 didn't pan out. Well, Allen Robinson still is in the works. Noah Fant, I just got an extra, a shot in the dark tight end. Cordell Patterson. Then I went with another 1,000-yard end receiver. Like, he's had 1,000 yards every year, probably except for this year. Brandon Cooks. Got Justin Tucker. DJ Chark, Julio Jones. And then, you just start filling in the voids at the end of the day. I got George Pickens, Nicole Harmon, Brian Robinson, etc., etc., etc. So that's how you kind of want to structuralize your team. Like, so far, it's working. It's working. It's working. I don't know if it's gonna get me championships or what and whatnot, but it's right now it's working. I'm 7-4 in this league, and let's go to the other league. Oh, let's check out the week 11 report. So Wolfpack has the highest, and that guy has the lowest. Player of the weeks for each position. The bench warmers on the week. Dude, that's crazy. Amari Cooper. Patrick Queen had 30-something. Most efficient manager, it was us, 277 of 283. Least efficient, 177, 240. Highest points in the loss. Most points in the win. Biggest blowout, narrow victory, underachiever, and overachiever. So at the end of the day, we're sitting at the 3rd place. 7-4. Got a guy that's 11-0. Let's take a look at his team if we can. Looks like we can't. And let me see, how do I get out of here? And that's that league. So let's move on to the other league here. 7-4 in that league. And we're 8-3 in this league here. So when you kind of have this, draft strategy in mind, right? This is a 10-team league where it's 2 running backs, 3 receivers, and 2 flexes. Only, no kickers, no defense, no none of that. So it will look a little different. But you still, doesn't matter the format of the league, you still can go. So imagine if you get let's look at the draft in this league as well to see the strategy and the results. So as you can see, I had a later pick here. I was 7, and I went with Dalvin Cook. Right now, the strategy tells you high-profile running back. We went with Dalvin Cook, and we could have went with Nick Chubb. Either one or there. We could have went with either one, right? So when you have it in mind, you get your high profile running back. Boom, I got Dalvin Cook. Now you're supposed to go quarterback, receiver, 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 receiver. But just because you're in that mindset, when you see things, when you see stuff, when you have the plan, and you're gonna commit to this plan, right? It allows you to open up and make your team that much better. Because if you don't see something that could make you change your mind, right? Then you just go with the plan. So for instance, I had the 7 turn, pick 7, right? Jonathan Taylor, these guys are all going off the board. And so I'm sitting at 7, like, fuck, who am I pick? And so I just shot a dart and was like, you know what, I'm gonna go Dalvin. Even though Dalvin Cook gets nicked a lot, I'm going Dalvin, right? So I'm gonna go Dalvin. So I went Dalvin Cook. So in the return, as you can see, all Alvin Kamara goes, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, CeeDee Lamb. And I'm looking at the board and I'm like, wait a minute. Nick Chubb is right here. So the fact that I have my plan and I'm gonna go with my plan, you can't pass up Nick Chubb, because Nick Chubb is a first round drafted, supposedly, running back. Just like Saquon Barkley fell to the second. Like, people should always draft Saquon, regardless if he gets hurt or not. If you're still drafting Christian McCaffrey 2, Saquon Barkley should be drafted 1 as well. Because Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, Saquon Barkley gets hurt. I mean, what's the difference? There is no difference. So why is he drafted 1-2 and Saquon Barkley is drafted 2-8? It's crazy to me. Well, anyways, I went with Nick Chubb. And I'm like, fuck, okay, that's fine. So as you can see, no quarterback has won on the board off the board yet. So as the league is going through, swinging around, I see Stephon Diggs and Devontae Adams go off the board. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm kind of like contemplating on what I'm going to do. So I end up going Keenan Allen. I went Keenan Allen. So when you go Keenan Allen, you're kind of passing up on certain players. Tyreek Hill went in the 2 turn. I went Keenan Allen, which kind of hurts because Keenan Allen has not been playing this year so far. So in the return, Kyle Pitts, Darren Waller, Josh Allen went. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, hold on. Mike Evans, AJ Brown. So I could have went Mike Evans, which probably would have been a lot better than Keenan Allen. Or I could have went AJ Brown, but I kind of don't like to get receivers that get to a new system. I don't like that. I don't like receivers going to a new team. So like AJ Brown will be high on my list next year because he will be in the system familiar with. To me, Devontae Smith already been there, so I would draft Devontae Smith ahead of AJ Brown, even though you would make that mistake. But it's just system and being comfortable, and quarterback is gonna, they're gonna force AJ Brown the ball, but that doesn't mean he knows the plays, right? But that's not the point. So I went Michael Pittman, even though he had a new quarterback, whatever, blah blah blah. I want to go on Michael Pittman. So I went Michael Pittman. On the return, you're waiting around, you're looking, seeing what's going on. But I saw Patrick Mahomes go, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I go DK Metcalf. Mike Williams is there. Could have went Mike Williams ahead of Keenan Allen, but you don't do that. You don't go Mike Williams. It doesn't matter. And then so Justin Herbert comes around, and I got him with my next pick. So now I got Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Keenan Allen, Michael Pittman, and DK Metcalf. Like those, and then with Justin Herbert. Like that is a team filler right there. You got high-profile running backs and then high-profile receivers at the end of the day. And they're like safe receivers in a sense. Like you got guys, big body receivers that's going to be able to push the ball, get 10 yards on each catch around, you know what I'm saying? Like, be the chain guy. No, really, my home run threat was really kind of DK Metcalf-ish. So as the draft continues to go, I get Justin Herbert, and it comes around, and I see I wanted Miles Sanders here, but he got snatched. The Cordell Patterson gets snatched. I was like, damn, because I wouldn't mind having Cordell Patterson and Miles Sanders in the 7 turns because that's all value right there, right? And as you can see, Dameon Pierce is down at 9 and Kenneth Walker is down 10. So I mean, I could have went with either one of those running backs and it would have been perfectly fine. Like I had a chance to get him, but I didn't. So I go Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now that pick right there, looking at this round 7 pick, when you look at who's the best, okay, you got Jalen Hurts, Damian Harris, Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, Miles Sanders, Cordell Patterson, everybody in Joe Burrow. Probably the best in that draft or that pick, money wise. I might go with Amari Cooper. Looking at athletic positions, I might say Amari Cooper was probably the steal in that draft. So you could have went another receiver, but I didn't. So I went Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and you pass up Dameon Pierce and Kenneth Walker. I wasn't a former first round draft pick but then you got to look at the situation. They did draft another running back, and they did get Jerick McKinnon. Excuse me. So anyways, I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, CEH. Because I thought, you know what? If he's a starting running back, he look how far he dropped. So in the beginning of the season, it kind of worked for you. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown popped up, and I'm like, oh shit, hold on, let me get another one. So I got another one. Then I could have went Dameon Pierce and Kenneth Walker, which would have set this league on fire. I would end up going with Kareem Hunt, because now I'm thinking just pass catching running back. Teams getting in a bind, they're gonna throw the ball, and he's gonna be good. And then also insurance for Nick Chubb. So that's why I went Kareem Hunt. Then tight end, I waited the longest and got Pat Fairmouth, which is cool. Fairmouth, whatever his name is. Julio Jones, Trey Lance, Kadarius Toney, and then Noah Fant. So, and in this league, I am 8-4 or 8-3, one of them. Yeah, 8-3. So here we end up losing 117 to 122 to a 3-18. He just happens to howdy win. Travis Kelce went stupid. I don't know how I lost this game. Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb didn't show up this week. That's basically what it boils down to. Everybody else sort of did. And stuff like that. So, but let's go through the, there we go. So players, the best team, 138 was the highest. Worst team was 60. Players of the week was Mahomes, Pollard, Adams, and Kelce. Bench warmers of the week, Burrow, Connor, Landry, Knox. Most efficient manager was me again, 117 to 118. That's really good, but not a lot of points. Least efficient was 60 to 95. Highest points and lost, 117 to 122. Lowest points and lost. So I lost and I got the highest points on the season or on that week. Biggest blowout, 103-60. Narrow victory, 122-117. Underachiever, 103-146. And overachiever, 137-110. So as you can see here, we're team performance was 99.8, 117. And on the season, we are number 3 sitting at 8-3. So far as you can see, two leagues, sleeper leagues. The strategy is what the strategy is, but you can be able to adapt and mutate when certain things like, oh wait, hold on, So the plan was to go running back, quarterback, receiver. But sometimes within that plan, you can see things flowing the way they flow. So we got Justin Herbert with paired up. We got a top quarterback paired up with superstars. So, in one league, we got Justin Herbert with the second pick. And then in this league, we got Justin Herbert with the fifth or sixth pick. Like that, but see, also too, there is no defense and there is no other thing. So we could have got Justin Herbert a lot later in the other ones. So that's that. Let's look at week 12 for this league here. We got Justin Herbert, Nick Chubb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Metcalf, Keenan Allen, Pittman, and Robinson. That looks to be a legit lineup right there. So you got all number ones where most other people, they got guys. I don't know who K. Williams is. I don't know who, they don't got. And if they do have starters, like, you got Sutton, Cooks, they're like number twos. No one's really playing Brandon Cooks. I mean, let's just be quite honest, So now let's go to this fantasy league here. Let's go to matchup. So in this league here, we are 7-4. We got Herbert, Harris, Robinson, Pittman, Cooks. Pitts went on IR, Patterson, and then the rest of the defense with Tyreek, CEH, Dillon, Kirk, Heel, Myers, Tyne, blah, 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 blah. Let me see. Let's go matchup. Oh, actually, let's go to league. Let's go to schedule. And we won the game 133.5 to 130. So as you can see here, we won. Baltimore defense gave us 16. Sorry about that right there. So, hey, let's go through the weeks. Dang, lose by 0.5. That gotta hurt. Need another one, 210. Also think Pollard Brown. Like, this team is really good because Pollard steps in. He has Eckler. So he has Patrick Mahomes, Eckler, Brown, Hopkins, Kelsey. He has a really good roster. Really, really dangerous roster. Then you got this guy. You got Daniel Jones is not all that great. Cooper. Now that's a really good roster. Patrick Mahomes, Austin Eckler, and then Tony Pollard's playing out of his mind. A.J. Brown, Hopkins, Travis Kelce. But see, Hopkins is great because Hopkins may have got picked up a little early than most, but you got to wait 6 weeks to play him. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, that's you're gonna pick him. I don't know why not. 74 to 124. All right, so we got the dub there. So this week roster, I think our lineup is pretty much set. Excuse me. Boy, hungry. Let me see. We got Herbert, Harris, Robinson, Tyreek Hill, Christian Kirk, Pittman. We named off these guys. Cordell Patterson. Blase. We are 7-4 here. Let's move on to the next league, which is right here. And we're 5-6 here. So this is the league we're kind of 5-6, struggling right here. But we are one game under 500. And we also, I don't think we ever was above 500. We could have been above 500 maybe a few times, but we did lose some people. Because this league really struggled because, like I said, my second round pick, Keenan Allen, and my third round pick, DJ Moore, has not done anything for me all season long. But we're sitting at 5 and 6. When you get two players of your second and third pick in your draft give you nothing, that is very very crucial, because it's like, well, what did you do in your draft? You know what I'm saying? Like, we went through the thing, we just picked the wrong guys at the end of the day. And I don't know why I thought Sam Darnold was starting this year or gonna play. So which that puts your offense in a very bad predicament with Baker Mayfield starting, because he has to know the offense, he has to know the playbook, he has to learn all this stuff. So this year is really, like, I don't fault the Panthers for being trash. I mean, you got a new quarterback. They might think Bradford or Baker Mayfield is the future, so he's going to have his struggles here. Next year, I don't know. We'll have to see how they do it, but he's definitely going to struggle. And they fire the coach, so there's no, Baker's going to be in a new system again next year. So that's just, I'm staying away from Carolina and their offense, period. Anyways, next year. But that's an unfortunate situation that happened to DJ Moore, because DJ Moore is a good receiver. He kind of reminds me of a Amari Cooper, but just not with the route running, But he's kind of like, the demeanor is like an Amari Cooper-ish. But we got Kyler Murray. That was our hype. That was our quarterback that we had to go with, because the other quarterbacks went, because this is a 12-team league, went a little bit earlier. But our bell cow was Derrick Henry. We ended up getting Kenneth Walker late, and panned out, which also helped boost this team's roster, because Derrick Henry and Kenneth Walker are basically playing hard, keeping me in games, because of the absence of Keenan Allen and DJ Moore this year. Like, it's really, really bad how DJ Moore has been and looking this year. It's really terrible. So, this league here is just, like, really in shambles, because now you're reaching for Drake London, who's doing really, porous, to step in, and then there's really nowhere to go on this roster here. I did make some bonehead decisions, and I did drop Pickens. I moved people around, but see, that's the whole point of why you see, when you draft correctly, you don't need to make a lot of trades. Only time you need to make trades is when you lose people for, like, the season. But if you go on running back, and they get hurt, you got two running backs to get hurt, like, your season is really in shambles, especially if it's a first-round pick running back that gets hurt, or, it doesn't matter what running back gets hurt. You don't really, but you invested so much of going running back that, when they get the ball, like, receivers don't necessarily go down with big, bad injuries. Running backs do. They tote the ball more. So, the fact that I went receiver heavy, the core of my receivers is still pretty decent. You still got DJ Moore, who's the number one receiver. You got Drake London, who's the number one receiver. You got Keenan Allen. You got Michael Pittman. You got these guys who are number one receivers. So, they're just not panning out. But getting Kenneth Walker honestly saved this team. How far will it go? I really don't know. It all depends on them. Is there a trade that could be made? Possibly, but I don't see it yet. I just don't see it. So I got Gus Edwards and I got Kenyon Drake, and those might just be my flexes. A 1-2 flex right there, which will help this team resurface to getting now that Kyle Pitts is out for the season, possibly. Drake London might see some additional work. Like, you never really know. You never know, but we're going to see. So the draft strategy so far that I went with, to me, it's consistent. I mean, we're not out of any playoff race. We're not out of any, wins or losses. We're hanging right around, or in one league, and all the other ones we're doing fairly well. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have to see. So a lot of these guys may be taking the seat later in the season. So when you look at Kyler Murray, he might be playing for the rest of the season hard. You look at Chargers, Herbert might be, if you have Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, they might be turning their seasons in a little bit, depending if they're going for MVP and stuff like that. But I don't think, you never know. But, they want to win Super Bowls. They want to win championships. So, I mean, that's going to be the focus point on that part. So, I mean, it's just you got to roll with what you got to roll with. But at the end of the day, we're 5-6. And in all the other leagues, we're 8-3, 7-4. That's 3 out of 4 leagues where you're in the positive win-loss category. Hey, it's about winning, right? So let's see how this formula works, because if this is a formula that I did this formula last year in my sleeper league, and it helped my team tremendously. Like, I didn't see so many injuries that hurt my team when I just drafted running back, and you get, out of the 3 running backs, 2 of them get hurt when you go running back, right? 2 of your running backs get hurt, and then you're stuck with the receivers, like number 2 receivers, like you have a Devontae Smith and a Waddle, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, those are your number ones. Or you try to get like a hurt receiver who's gonna fall, but some people might get them in the 3rd, 4th round. DeAndre Hopkins, you might luckily get one of those guys, So, but fuck that. I'm not doing that. I did that before, and I've had very bad fantasy leagues seasons, I should say. I mean, out of all the fantasy seasons that I've been in so far, I've only won 1 championship. Well, 2. I've won 2 championships, one in the ESPN league and one in the sleeper league. Sleeper last year, ESPN league, I have won, I think it was 3 years ago, my money league. But at the end of the day, I won with the sleeper league, and I think I lost 4 games and killed that league. Brand new to the league, people oh shit, who's this guy, whatever. And you just sniping. It worked out, and it's working so far so good right now. It's kind of hard to get all these guys injured, where you see everyone else is losing intricate pieces to their season, sending you trades, because you do have shit that could work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got DJ Moore, who can turn his season around, and you know what I mean? I got high profile guys. They're just playing like doo-doo right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Keenan Allen. People probably trying to trade for Keenan Allen because you can look at him as DeAndre Hopkins, who missed the first half of the season, but that was your first pick. Imagine drafting DeAndre Hopkins with your 2nd pick, and you just missing out on points for 6 weeks. Like, that's no, like, that hurts. That don't feel good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't feel good at all. Like, So you just got to be careful on what the guys you go with at the end of the day. But, like, we'll see. So at the end of the day, this 5-6 team is right in the middle of the pack, where I think we're like in 7th, 6th, 7th, or 8th place, one of the 3. Where if Keenan Allen and Michael Pittman do their job, along with Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, Kyler Murray, they do their job, we should see this team flourish and take the fuck off. Like, honestly, take off. And that's what's scary about this team, because it's 5-6 at the end of the day, and you're still hanging around. I'm not 2-8. I'm not, 2-9. I'm 5-6. We're in this thing. And if since we miss Keenan Allen, if we can get DJ Moore to step up. So imagine getting DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Pittman Jr. all to play like they're supposed to play. How deadly this team would be with Derrick Henry and Kenneth Walker, and along with Kyler Murray getting back to healthy and running the ball and passing the ball like he does. Like, this team would be really, really deadly. The only hole that we really do have is in the tight end spot because we lost Zach Ertz. Because we lost Zach Ertz. Like, that sucks at the end of the day, but it happens. I did have Noah Fant. I dropped him. I went to go pick him back up. Someone got him. So, I mean, it sucks. But hey, did we go through I think we went through the week. If we didn't, we still can. So this game here, we lost 102 to 148, all because of Pollard. Like, come on, bro. Pollard really blew that game out of the water for us. Like, he had 0 points in first two, Pierce and Cousins. Like, come on. Jeez. But we're right there. We are right there. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys are taking the advice and using it, which you got to wait for next year at the end of the day. But you can kind of see the madness going to work and what all has taken place at the end of the day. So you see the different strategies that can present itself. Where one league you got two nice running backs and Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook, and still got three dope receivers in Keenan Allen, Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's a Pro Bowl team right there. Well, maybe not with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, but, at the end of the day, let him continue to keep getting good and being the focal point of the offense or, receiving. Like, come on, man. It's a great flex. So when you put these guys in the flex position, you're like, I got a number one receiver at the flex. Where most people got number two, number one receivers, like 1B, where they're the number two option because they might have a tight end, there as well. And, they're 1C or whatever, But, we got legit players because we went receiver heavy. Like, NFL is a passing league at the end of the day. Most points are going to be from the quarterback throwing the ball to receivers. And you're getting the most yards. It's easier to get a 70-yard touchdown throwing the ball than running the ball, because the 70-yard touchdown is going to take about 7 seconds, where the touchdown throwing the ball is going to take about 4. So, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Until then, be safe. One love. And we out of here.